Hey everybody, this is Crazy with Crazy Gaming, and we're back today for another episode of Eden Crafters. So, we're going to kind of pick up right where we left off yesterday. I haven't really done anything. So what we did yesterday in the end was put down the water purifier over there. It's telling us it wants us to build a water pump. Let's see what that will take. Looks like we have everything we need. What we need to decide is where we're going to put this, because there's a lot of things that go with it. So I think we'll put it maybe out here somewhere. Let's pick up and clear this area real quick. Pick all this stuff up that's out here. Let's look at our inventory. Looks like, yeah, let's pick all this stuff up, clear it out, because we're going to be building a couple things here. Let's see, going back this way. Alright, so I'm basically wanting this lower deck right here to be clear. That looks good to me. Let's see if we can throw the water purifier in here. Now the water, I'm curious, it's not going to show me until I get closer to the beach. I'm curious to see what percentage the water is clear now. Still not going to show me. I'm going to have to jump over to the rock. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, see, it's only 50% pure. It's got 100% power, right? Pretty sure that's what it said, yep. So we may want to put another one of those down. Or I guess it really doesn't matter. We'll just drop it right here. I want to try to get this up as high as I can, because I don't want to drag pipe through the dirt, and I want it to be easy to access. Put it right there. Alright, so that being done, let's put down pipe hub. I'm going to set this a little ways away, because you can't really center it on the pipe deal there. Let's put it right there. That's something I think they're going to have to work with in an update. There we go. It's not too bad. Alright, next we're going to want to put down I guess we have to put down the treehouse first. We don't have the stuff. We need cement, glass, and organic. Alright, so let's go back and figure out how to do that. Pretty sure the glass comes from the yeah, from the silica. Do we have silica stored in here? Yes, we do. We have some in our bag too. So let's make some glass. And how much glass did it say we need? I need 10. And let's make an extra 10, because we're going to want to set 2 of these down, these greenhouses. One that we're going to use the product that it makes for rubber, and the other is going to be for the fertilizer. All right. What else do we need? We need 10 organic. We need some more cement. Cement's not a problem. We're making a bunch of it. So let's bring this over here. Set that there and go back to our bench. The only thing we need now is organic. We now have that. Let's open that locker up and throw that phosphorus in there, and then the rest of this stuff we'll put into the trash can. All right. Looking good. All right, so let's go out and build these, shall we? So placement's going to be important because we have a pipe entrance and then we have the exit for what it produces. Now what these things produce are the same things we get out of our little grow boxes, organics. And so I want to put this so it feeds into two things. One, we're going to be making rubber with the organics that come out of there. We're going to set up a little rubber factory. So I'm going to move this back and see if we can get it kind of in line with this thing. Let's get rid of the drone so I can see better. That looks alright, I guess. It's kind of off. That's a little bit better. We'll go with that one. Alright, let's use our logistics, get our pipe. Now this thing's ready to produce. It's producing the organics just like we do inside in our little thing. Next I want to put down one of these. We'll feed it into here. Just like that. We'll set this to, oh, this doesn't do it. I don't think we need that one. We need this one. We need 2 more circuit boards. Let's go get that, shall we? See if we can get this to work. So before we do that, let's be smart. Where are we at? Let's have a box that we can pull from if we need materials for making food. Now we can put down the parts maker. And we'll have this making rubber. We'll throw another container right here. Is that off? Yes, it is. Sometimes this stuff shifts right before I lay it down and throws it off. There we go. And now we're making rubber. Now if we wanted to, we could make the rubber belts. We could automate it even further and add another one here and make the rubber belts, but we're not going to do that. I try not to do that. If I want rubber belts, what I'll do is I'll build another one of these and I will set this whole line up and then add on to make the rubber belts. So it's a separate thing. But the rubber belts will come in handy in the beginning, but pretty soon we won't even use rubber belts really. So it'd be a waste to fill a whole container full of rubber belts. Alright, let's set up the next one. And the next one I want to put out farther. I'm going to put it out here somewhere. We'll go ahead and set that like this, I guess. Let's see. Let's set it like this. I'd rather wrap the belt. Let's just put it over here like this. Let's see how close we are. Now this one is getting 100% water. Adding this one should keep it at 100% still, but I want to just test that theory real quick to see. We need plates. That's rods. That's plates way over there. There we go. Run that pipe. Let's see if it's still getting 100%. Nope. So what we're going to want to do is we need a couple of rotors. We're going to need to throw another one of those in there. We probably should make enough for two. Because we're going to add one more of these, and that one's going to make our food. Did it level us up on our food yet? No. Yeah, it did. Well, it's give us a food pot now, but not really interested in that. So we won't build it until this levels all the way up to the box like this. And then we'll start manufacturing those. Anyway, so we need 4 rotors. We need rubber belts. This is where our new little handy dandy thing there is going to come in handy. Take all these rubber. Let's let this catch up. One more. We get to 10 and then we'll pull it. There we go. Now let's go make some belts. And this should be enough to last us for quite a while on the belts. We'll be making a lot of the rotors and the filters for a bit. There we go. So we have like 27 of those right now. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Let's make some more of these. Alright, so we have 4 rotors, so we should be able to... What's the recipe for this? We got plenty of that. I might need a little more concrete. In fact, let's get a couple bags. There we go. Let's put another one of these down. And we'll put it down, say, over here. Like this. We're going to throw down another... You know what? Let's do this. Let's move this over here. And get it halfway lined up. There we go. That will be the one we'll use to make our food with when we get there. And we'll just keep these all on their own separate deals so that there's no issues. Okay, so now there it's 100% power and 100% water. And the same for this, and then we don't have that problem. Actually, this is wrong. You always want to put in a pipe hub in case you need it. So let's pull that off. Let's put down the pipe hub. It's going to be off a little bit, but that's okay. It's not that important. These can get finicky at times. Sometimes I have to come down and actually be looking right at it for it to hook up. Come on. It wants to go everywhere but except for where you want it to go. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. These things really can be a pain in the butt sometimes. Oop, almost had it. Alright, so we got those going. Now what we want to do is, this should have unlocked, let's look. Okay, so these unlocked. Okay, so I'm going to put these down next. And we're going to need another one of these, which means we're going to need a couple more rotors. Let's see. We got the belts. How are we doing on concrete? We're all right. Let's put the pipe hub down. I want to put this one out here a little ways. Where are we at? We'll use this one instead. We'll use that one to make the food. Let's get this kind of lined up with it. Next, we're going to want to build these. I'm going to put this one, say, right about here. Let's connect it up. %, power, 100% water, 1% fertile. Did that unlock? Yeah, there it is. This is what I've been waiting for. We need 8 more beams, 2 more rotors, and 10 more filters. So we are, do we have, no, we are going to need, how many do we have? Let's sort. While we do that, let's make us some food out of what we have left of those. I don't think it takes, I don't think this one takes that. It doesn't. Alright, so E, let's roll down. Oh, we got it made, so now we can start making food. Alright, so now we have 15 of those, and so we're going to get out of this menu, we're going to open up our inventory, and we are going to drag this down to here, and then we are going to fill our health, look in the trash can and ditch these. We don't need those anymore. And while we're thinking about it, we have everything we need. We don't have any plates though, hardly. Let's get some more of those. I want a bunch of these. We're short on glass. What else are we short on? Organics. Okay. Let's go get that stuff. Should have looked at that before we left from over here. Alright, we should be good to go now. Set our pipe hub down. In fact, I think we'll set the pipe down back over this way. Come on. Ah. %. So let's go to our build menu, production, and let's set us down a couple more of these real quick. Now it's 100%. Okay. Let's go ahead and set this in. Let's put down our container. Put our belt in. And let's set this to making this. Boom. Now we got automatic. We've automated our food, so we don't have to worry about that no more. We can just come here and pull from here whenever we need food. And there we go. Now we got a full stack of food. Alright. That's done, that's done. Okay, so we're going to work on this one next, but we needed to make sure we had all the stuff for this. We need to make beams. We need 2 rotors and 10 filters. For that, I think we're going to probably need to grab some more of this. More silica. Alright. So we come a long way since we showed up over here, but as you can see, it's really nice to be able to have, let's get rid of some more of this stuff. Keep our area clear and clean. Yep, can't carry no more. But to keep our area nice and clean, we'll clear the rest of that stuff up. Okay, so we want, I'm going to make, oh, my inventory's full. It's because we got all this stuff in it that I picked up. Let's get rid of that, that, and that. Let's sort. There we go. Let's make 10, 20 of those. Let's make our 2 rotors. And the filters take sulfur. We can't get to that sulfur node over there yet, but there's a lot of it laying on the ground around. And it only takes 1 for each one of those that we make, so we need 10 of them. So let's go see if we can find 10 here. Look at that, there's 3 right in a row. We'll grab that phosphorus as well. Where are we at? We're at 5, we need 5 more. There's another one. There's another one right there. Another one right there. Seven. 8. 9. 1 more, come on. It's not gonna be in my range. Gotta be another one back over here somewhere. 10. Let's get rid of that. Let's stow the phosphorus. Oh, we had some up here. We need 10 of these. But you can make this happen pretty fast, as you can see. We're rotating right along. I have a theory that we're going to test out this morning too. We're going to head up top where that cave is and take a look in there. I believe there's a bunch of uranium in there because I want to unlock something. So I think when we pick that uranium up, it may unlock it. Alright. So that being said, I want to put this thing probably How much power does this use? Oh, we gotta do the iron beam still. These 20 megawatts. Let's see what we have left in our deal. 51 of 70. We're gonna need another windmill to keep this right. Now we're doing 51 of 77. It's gone as high as 8, so let's do one more. We just want to make sure we have the right power. Now these things will run on less than 100%, but I want everything functioning at 100%, and so I want to make sure I have enough power for that. Alright. What did we need? Yeah, the beams, which is why I picked up all these plates and rods. I think that's enough, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, we need 12. Okay, so we got it. We got everything we need now. So I'm going to place that thing now, and I'm going to place it right over here. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is, do we have enough to do another one? Nope, we need 2 more rotors. We need to put another one of those down to feed that, because I used it for my second food. Did we? Nope, we have it right here. So we can put that thing down over here. We don't have to put it over there. Where's that at? Problem with this is that, no, that's feeding that. Okay, that one's feeding that. That one's feeding that, and this is feeding that. We need another one, so we need to go make us a couple more rotors real quick. Hopefully we can do that. We don't want to get too close to that copper in case we need to pull it for stuff. This will probably be good right there like that. Let's put this guy we'll put it up here. We don't need to put it way back there. We'll put it right. Let's try to line this up somewhat decent. That's probably going to be good enough. Not enough iron plate. We're too far away to grab that, so we'll have to run over there. We get a little bit enough to get there. There we go. too close. Need more space between them. %, water. What's going on with the water? Why is it only 74%? This must be a bad placement for this. So let's see if we can get it maybe a little more in the water. Still 74%. Jeez, is this thing going to take 2 of these? I don't remember it doing that to me last time. We don't have enough. We need rotors. Well, we got to do what we got to do, because this is part of the stage, and this is the last thing that we're going to really need to do in this area right here before we start advancing. And so let's just get it done so we don't have to worry about it, and it'll be done. I mean, this can work even when it's running at 74%, but I like all my stuff to run at 100, and so let's go ahead and throw another one in here. And there's a level 2 of these. It's going to come up here pretty soon. That's going to make a big difference. Now it's at 100%. Alright. And so this is where the magic's going to happen, from this thing right here. And this whole area will begin to change. I think we need another fertilizer too. I think this one can share that one. So let's go to production. We need 5 organic. There we go. I think it'll be alright sharing that one, because these things here don't take as much water, I don't think. Whoa, where's the pipe at? There it is. %. We need to put another windmill down. %. Okay. So that's pretty much, and there it is. There we go. That's the magic. Now we're growing trees and stuff. That's 6, and we'll eat right here, so we'll refill that. Done, done, and done. Look how fast those trees are growing. And this is actually going to have carbon in it and stuff that we're going to use. We'll be able to actually mine from these. So let's head on over and I'll show you what I mean. Is it 100% growth? Now I can mine it. And I'm getting organics from it. I like that tree. I don't really want to cut it down. But I want to be able to see my area clearly. Look at all the trees that are coming up now. So, we're picking up these organics from mining those trees, but we're getting trees as well. Now we have 2 spruce trees and we can plant them somewhere if we want. And just so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at the grass that's starting to grow now. I can bring one over here. Let's see. Let's put it on our action bar down here. And I can plant a tree if I want it there. I can put it there. If I want another one there, I can put it there. And now they're not fully grown, as you can see. They'll have to grow, and it takes a while for those to grow. But as you can see, the whole area is changing. Now it wants us to build a planet analyzer to evaluate. And so what we'll do is we'll run back up here to our little base. I mean, look at them, they're everywhere. They rock. Okay, so the planet analyzer is going to be down here. Right there. We need 2 antennas and 1 computer. We need 10 of these. We'll make one of those. And we'll make one of those. And we will make the planet... Oh, we need 2 antennas. My bad. I can go to base, scroll down, there it is. Okay, so, oh shoot, we have a tree growing in here, so we need to deal with that. That's not good. You gotta go, dude. Let's replant him over here somewhere. We have another one? Oh, nope. Alright. Can't have stuff growing inside the base. Oh, well, now we got grass. That's great. And I know how to do that. Get rid of that. Boom. Alright, actually, I want to put another one down across the front of here. Not enough cement. There we go. That should have taken care of that. No, it didn't. Son of a bee. Alright, anyways. We gotta put this planet analyzer down. We'll just put it down over here. Now when we hit this, now this is showing you the spots that I told you about that are hot, that are red. This is the volcano that I was telling you about. And this is that area that's right next to us, and when I go near it, it starts getting hot on me. These are the radiation areas. As you can see, these are the cold areas with the snow and all that. Anyhow, so that's what that's about. So I want to take a trip up here, up the hill, because I'm hoping this is going to unlock some things by picking up this. I think there's uranium in this cave, and I think if we pick it up, it will unlock a better battery system. And if not, well, at least we'll have it when it does unlock it, so we can make it. Because I can make a nuclear battery that is just lasts forever. It's like 7,000 power. Yeah. So I'm going to pick all this up. Do we have enough room? Yes, we do. Whoops. Grab that diamond. A lot of gold ore in here, but we don't really need that right now. We're actually quite a ways off from needing gold yet. When you do these caves, you want to do like I'm doing and come all the way down, because sometimes they stash them in little places where you can't see them. Alright, so I'm not seeing no more green, so I'm thinking we're good. How many pieces we get? 17. Yeah, it's not very much. But at least we've got to start on some. I know where to go collect more. What we really want to do is level up and get to be able to mine this in the irradiated zones that are hubs. Is that the cobalt? Yeah. Alright. Dang it. Let's fill that hole up right there. Better. See, this is all the wood that we got from harvesting those trees. Let's stow this stuff for later. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let's go to tasks and establish a research base in the hottest region of the planet. So it must have unlocked the new base. And it did. This means I have to build 5 of these in the new area. And they take steel alloy. And if I remember right, we must have unlocked a new machine as well. There it is. Refiner. Cobalt, uranium, and makes basalt concrete. That's not the machine for that, I don't think. Let's make one and then we can find out. Let's see what are we going to need for materials. Rubber belts, luckily for us. I'm making rubber right there. We'll make a bunch of belts. Alright, so we have 21 belts. Let's see what else we need for this. I'm going to need cable. Cable comes from the copper ingots, and so we should really set that other, I think we should use this other copper node over here. Or did I box it in? Yes, I did. That kind of sucks. I believe there's another one right here too somewhere. Yeah, there's one right there. Let's run over there. How are we doing on power? 74%. Let's set up some more of these. We'll set them up over in this area here, I guess. That get us back to 100? Nope. It will still build and still run. That'll get us the ingots that we need. So let's go get some more power running, and we'll come back and collect some ingots and continue on. Still not enough. He's at 100% now. What about that fool over there? Yep, he's running at 100%. I don't know why it's yellow instead of green. Maybe it's because it's in a hot zone. I don't know. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can go make the things that we need. We're at stage 3 already. Wow, that was fast. This is a small amount, but this is really good. The stage 3 is really good. Establish a research base in the hottest region of the planet and resource compartment with 5 data center links. Now that's going to be a tall order for us right now, because I'm going to show you. Okay, so it wants us to build this. This takes 10 steel alloy. This is the insulated later. Now we're going to be able to utilize that gold. But I have to build 2 of these to be big enough to house these. I got to have 5 of them inside. These things take computers, gold insulation, basalt concrete, and steel alloy. And the problem for us is we have this refiner, and I think that will do it. I know this will make the basalt concrete now. I'm surprised. We haven't unlocked the power yet. A new source of power. We need to build one of these as well. I think we need to build one of these first. So I'm going to make a rotor, 2 circuit boards, and an antenna. A rotor. Is it 1 rotor for that? I can't remember. Let's pin that recipe, and then that way you know. Yep, it's 1 rotor. 2 circuit boards. I don't think we have enough because we don't have the copper plate. Is that our copper plate? Yep. Grab that real quick. 2 circuit boards. And 1 antenna. There we go. Now we can build this. And this is going to unlock something. I can't remember what. And we'll just throw this up here somewhere. It has to be in range of the power though, so we don't want to go too far. We'll just put it up here, I guess. I don't even think it matters if it's up high. It just needs to be on the ground somewhere. There we go. Nope, it didn't unlock shit. But we can open the map up now. It's showing us where all the nodes are around us, as you can see. Large cobalt, quartz, copper, sulfur. So we have a sulfur node back up here somewhere. That's kind of nice. But over here we have a ton. And this is why I like to build this area. Look at all the ore that we have in this little tiny area. It doesn't even make us go far. We have a gold deposit right close to us. We're going to need that to make those insulation layer sheets for the building. We probably should go build that. Do we have them right? Yep. I don't know if we're going to be able to reach that gold in the heat of day. Like, there's one right straight ahead, right next to... What is that? That's the silica. I think that's it right there. Let me go look real quick. Yes, this is the gold right here. And so we're going to want to pick that up. We're going to want to put a miner on that. But I don't think it's going to let it do it from here. Come on. What is this? Let's get closer. Gotta be careful. It's not going to let me. It's going to want me to do it in person. Alright, so let's do... First, let's eat. Let's go Q. Get it in my hand. And let's just run out here and slam it on there before we die. That's not getting me. That's what I'm talking about, man. This thing is weird. It's daylight. It should be cooking me right now. It is. I'm right on the borderline. And it'll probably start cooking me any minute now. Let's get out of the hot zone. I can do this now. From back here, I don't need to be right there. I'm going to travel that one over here. There we go. And we're going to need one of, not that refiner. We need to make the stuff to make that, but we need one of these too. So we need to head back over here and start making some of the parts for those two items that we need. Problem is does this need the water? I think it does. Yep. It's like a forest in here now. I'm getting lost. Where are we at now? 6, yeah, we're just cooking right along. Alright. For this one we need 4 beams. For this one we need 3, so we need 7 beams. This one we need 1 rotor. And 4 filters. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. This is what we needed. Where did we put the... We put them over here somewhere. The copper ingots. Well, I got some. I'm going to let's take a bunch back with us so that we can stow some in the locker and grab it if we need it. That's what I'm talking about, man. I get lost in here, man, because of this forest. I'm getting turned around. Alright, let's stow some of this stuff. Actually, can we slide another one in here? It's not going to let us. Nope. So let's put one by the door. Making cable. Try to make a bunch of it, because we're going to need a lot. What we actually ought to do is, instead of ignoring it, just put a parts producer on that, on those ingots, and just start fabricating cable. So we'll just have a container full of it, and we just pull it whenever we need it. Then I don't have to come back in here and make it at the table. And we need 2 of these, I think. We're going to run out of we need filters, but we also need some for this one. 10 of 3, 10 of 4, so we have enough in the beams, we have enough for the rotors, we need 2 circuit boards. Let's make 4, because we're going to need 2 of those things. So I think we're going to set up the production for, what do you call it? So, well, we could do the microscope now. And these, boy, the fast rotors are a pain in the butt. I had to set up, what do you call it? I set up a factory for these, and it took a lot. It takes like 3 different setups, or 3 different little mini factories to get the parts just to make this thing. It was a pain in the butt. Anyways, and there's the graphite rods, and that's why we need that graphite, those graphite mines over there. We can also make this now, which means we need how many? 5. And these are where the cobalt comes in. So we need to put a miner on that cobalt node above us up there, and then belt the cobalt into a container, and we can pull from it whenever we need it to make these things. And there's also a sulfur node up there, so we may be able to even build a little factory that automatically makes these little battery cells. Not that we need a whole bunch, and these are a pain in the butt to make too. And all of it's a pain in the butt because of this gold wiring. And this is a drill that we'll be using on the tier 2 drills when we get to them, when we get the next level of these. This is what we need to assemble. I think we need this to make the alloy. So we really need to make some more iron beams, because we're going to need a bunch of those. Where's our iron plates at? It really eats through those iron rods a lot faster than the iron plates. Alright, so we got 36 of these, so that should hold us for a little while. We need some more iron plates because we're now low on those. And let's grab a few more iron rods as well. All right. Let's eat. Where is that cobalt? Is that it? Nope, that's some of the copper. Here it is. I'm going to run it all the way over here because I don't want to chase it every time I need some. There we go. Now we got that going on. Let's make a bunch of gears. I'm going to need them. So we got plenty of gears now. Let's sort all this stuff. We need to get us some more iron plates. All right. set this up over here. This copper. Where would be a good spot for this? Can we eke that through here? Maybe. Like I said, all this is temporary, so I don't really care too much about how neat it is or anything. I just want to be able to access stuff when I need it. This is going to take a crap load of plate. So let's grab some more. Alright. Yeah, we'll do it this way. I'll show you a fun little trick. Oh, my inventory's full. Did it drop it? Yep, it must have. We want to get that steel production set up. Let's do this. So you can raise the belts up, which is kind of nice and comes in handy for stuff like this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's get that off. I'm going to move back over there. So yeah, being able to raise them up like that makes it kind of nice. There we go. And we're making wire. Cable, I mean. That's real nice. Alright. And now it's close to us where we can get to it when we need it. We got our cobalt right there. We just need to hook up, we need to go up and find that sulfur node so we can hook that sulfur up, and then we can make these batteries. Let's see, where is that thing at? Now this zoom thing is not very, there we go. You hold down shift and it makes it better. Where was that sulfur node we saw? Up behind us. Oh, it's It's quite a ways from us. In the next valley. I know where that's at. It's back in that other valley. There's one on the beach right here too. We have one over here. I think we'll try to grab from this one. So we're going to head back down over here. And it's not important to really do anything with the sulfur yet. So all we're going to do is just put a miner on it. And we're not even going to put a box on it. Just so that we can collect the sulfur when we need it. If I can get to it. Where's it at? I'm trying to remember. I know there's one over there. That's one. Yeah, they're side by side. So, no way we're going to get to it. I can try and run over there and not die. Let's try to get the back one. Is that it? Yep. I don't have the stuff. It's gonna start killing me here any second now. Yep, there he goes. Ah, it scared the crap out of me. That's alright, we're alright. What are we missing for the miner? Iron rods. All right. Wow, that's even hot just right there. Alright, so let's see. Can we make the miner? We can. We're going to get hammered, but I think I can get the miner on there and get out in time. I can just get over there. It's going to start hitting my health any second now. Come on. And we're back out of the... Nope, we're not out of the red zone yet. Wow. And wow, we're still not out of it. What the heck's going on here? There we go. That's pretty crazy. We'll throw it in a box just for shits and giggles. That thing hasn't got... Oh, it's working. Let's see what this is doing. %. They're all in the same power grid, so if one of them's 100%, all of them are 100%. Come on, sulfur. Oh my god. So what we want to do, we want to be able to manufacture that, the batteries or whatever. We want to find a sulfur node. That's osmium. See, there's no cobalt over there. There is one here, and we could like bring it down and connect it up with this sulfur. There's another sulfur there, and we could connect this with the sulfur, and we have a little manufacturing and manufacture the batteries. Fill her up, buddy. Another reason we want to make the where is it at? And we're going to want to build that as soon as we can get it. The material analyzer, because it's going to be able to have us analyze ores, especially like sulfur and other stuff, which will open up like the double tanks. These are high capacity. That'll really raise our oxygen level way up. These will unlock the vehicle energy cell. Once we can make those, we can actually move the ship over here. When we unlock that, it's going to give us a landing pad. This thing, oh, that's not it. There's a landing pad that we can build, and then it makes it a lot easier to land the ship. And when the ship's on it, it automatically recharges its batteries. But this is the thing I'm really waiting for, is the steamroller. This thing will give me the ability to knock all these ledges and everything down and make everything from here to the water over there flat. Everything will be on the same level. We won't have these little, ledges. Call them steps or whatever. We'll be able to mine all that. And actually, this thing, that steamroller is awesome. I could run straight through here all the way back to where we started and make a tunnel all the way back. Now they do have a tunneling machine, so that it's not meant to do that, because this is, when I use a steamroller, it doesn't actually make a tunnel. In some spots it will have still something over top, but most of the time it just digs all the way to the sky, and so it's more like make canyon. It'll make a canyon all the way over there. But there is a vehicle that is built for tunneling, so you can tunnel through a mountain. It's actually pretty cool. And there's a spaceship that we can build that is a cargo spaceship, and it has a crap load of inventory space, so you can go to some of these other places when you fly over to collect uranium, or if you're collecting rubies or sapphires or whatever you're after, whatever ore you're after. You can fly over there and get all the inventory out of your containers from your miners and stick it all in the ship and bring it all back in one huge lump. And that makes things kind of nice as well. Alright, so let's get one of those and we'll run back and let's see if we can't make a battery, 5 batteries out of that. We probably can't, actually. We're going to need more. So let's get another one and another one. Which means we're going to probably need some more cobalt as well, but I got to first get some of this stuff out of my inventory. We have another one in there, don't we? Oh, it's only 18 now. We'll use it anyway. Let's put that uranium. I forgot to stow that uranium. Oh, that's already in the locker. What do we have in here? We can stow one of those. Probably stow that. Let's sort. Alright, so let's get another. Well, let's make some and then we'll have some more space. Alright. So we'll make a bunch of these. So we have 6 of those batteries now. So that should afford us. We need 5 uranium ore. And let's make that battery. There is a method to my madness. We're going to take this tank back out and swap it with this. And now our power is up to 300, so we can run a lot farther before we die. Let's eat. Now we'll end up having more slots that will open up over here. And so we'll be able to carry more stuff. We'll be able to add another oxygen again, and we can add 2 of these batteries. And it'll take us up to around 600. And when you're at 600, now I haven't found anything that does the health yet, but when you're at 600, you can go forever outside and not have to worry about much. And then this area is going to become oxygenated, and our oxygen won't go down as long as we're in the green area here. Now, I don't think my oxygen is going to stay right here right now when I'm outside in this green area. It won't go down. As you can see, it's not going down. But if I leave out of this area and say go over towards where the copper and all that is, back over here towards the red, then it'll start to inch down. Just get beyond the green stuff. There we go. See, now it's starting to drop, but it won't. If I go back over there, it'll actually very, very slowly, but it will rebuild back to full oxygen. So that's what, it's good to build these all around you on on all the water surfaces, all the way back that way, all the way back around back where the ship is, and then everywhere in between. If we can get it like that, get it manufacturing trees and stuff like this all the way along there, then we can run around all over the place and not have to worry about oxygen. You can get the whole planet like that doing this. But as you can see, it's got foliage, it's got plants, it's got flowers, so daisies or whatever. And so this place, that's how you know when you see the plants, the flowers and start to bloom, that means it's oxygenated, because these things can't grow without oxygen. Anyhow, yeah, see, my oxygen's back to full health and I didn't go inside. Alright, so what is our objective again right now? And as you can see, we're unlocking more stuff. There's a ton of stuff here that still has to be unlocked. A lot of jewels and that kind of stuff. I wish we could make the suit. The suit is made in the assembly, I think. It's not the suit, it's actually a part that goes on your backpack. Yeah, we don't have it yet. We have the tool. Rock deposit scanner. But I never really used that, even in my other game, and I'm like 3/4 of the way through it, and I never even made it. And I don't know if that unlocks something when you do. Looks for large rock deposits like basalt, graphite, and that kind of stuff. I think if I make this the fast rotor, if I make one of these, it will unlock some machines. We're going to need a bunch of these, and these are a pain in the butt. And we really need to set up a gold ingot manufacturer as well. And we'll get around to all that. Oh, we can't make it. Let's get rid of the stuff that we're not using right now, such as this, the battery, the oxygen tank. Let's put the glass over here. Let's sort. Let's stow all that stuff as well. There we go. Steel alloy. Oh, we wanted to get the insulated layer going too with the gold. And I think that's where we need these. So we need 4 filters. What do we need to make the filters? Iron plate and sulfur. So I got to grab that sulfur back. How many iron plates have we got? Not very many. Well, I've been running a long time on this video. We should probably get ready to end this thing here pretty quick. I just get to going and sometimes it's hard for me to stop. Alright, so we need a couple more of those filters still. We'll get this setup done and then we'll call it a day. Oh. Alright, so we got 20 of the filters now. So we can make that. What do we need to make this? Computers and rotors, so we need some more rotors. We're going to need a lot more than that. We're going to have to make, let's see. We're going to need to make a bunch of belts. We need silica and copper plate for that. Why is that thing empty? Oh, this will happen sometimes too. This is another glitch that happens. Let's fix this. Oh, by the way, when you kill belts, this is why it's doing that. When you kill belts, you lose the materials that are on them. You don't keep them. Just heads up. I don't want it to do it again. I'll just let it roll like this. I like to try to keep my belts neat, but yeah, let's do it like this. It's hung up somewhere else as well. Nope. Nope, it's not having any problems over there. No, it's got a snag, see? See if we can do it better. There we go, that's better. Alright. I get carried away and then I forget what I was doing. Jeez. The refiner needs to go on. So there's going to be two things we need, and the best way to do this is I will build it, I can pick it back up, and then I can see what the... Yeah, see, this is going to do cobalt, uranium, and the ceramic component. So this isn't what we need. What we need is... we need to make a computer for that as well. I forgot about that. That's what we were doing, was grabbing the copper, and I got sidetracked. There we go. All right. How many do we have? 6? So we missed the step somewhere, which is why that machine hasn't showed up yet. There's something we were supposed to build that we haven't built yet. Okay, so we have 20 circuit boards, which means we can make 2 of these. And then I want to make another 10 of those, if we have enough material. We don't. Oh yeah, we do. Perfect. So let's go see what this thing's going to do. I know we can make manufactured parts and it takes 2 parts. That's why it has the 2 belt holes. But I don't remember everything that it does. Okay, so it makes all this stuff. So we can manufacture computers, you know, batteries, of course, beams, computer chips, controllers. Controllers are for the vehicles. These things don't get used that much, so I don't really manufacture them. I just make them as I need them in sets of 10. But there's not a lot of machines that use these. There's only like 1 or 2, and they're way above where we are. We're going to need a lot of those. We're going to need a bunch of these. We're going to need a bunch of these. We're going to need a bunch of those. And we're going to be needing a lot of gold wire. So there's that. Anyway, but we don't need this right now, so we'll pick it back up. But there's another machine in this group that we're missing. It's not the refiner. It's I can't remember what it's called now. What's it called? I can't remember. It makes the steel ingots, and there's something that we're missing that we were supposed to make. That's not that. And it may not unlock until we do the buildings on the hot spot. And so that might be the problem. But we can't build the buildings until we make the this machine I'm talking about that makes what do you call it? It makes the steel stuff. It makes, and those steel, that why isn't it telling us about it? It's like it's gone. I don't know. This, see, it's still locked. The alloy forge is what we need. And these steel ingots will give us the tier 2 belts. This is what we'll use to make the tier 2 belts. This is the tier 3 belts. This is with the purple. And that element, I think I haven't reached the level yet to make belts out of that. That'll be the fastest belt, I think. But we need to unlock these. Crafting component can be crafted to advanced parts or machines. It is used, the alloy is used in other, the steel alloy is used in other things too. But we've yet to unlock that. So, and then the next objectives. We've done all that, but I think it's not in there yet. Oh, it is. So we can now make these. We need refined cobalt, which means we are going to need to make one of those refiners and refine that cobalt that's up on the hill back here. Oh, it's actually down here. Where's it at? There it is, right there. So let's get rid of this. We're going to need water for this, so let's put this, where are we at? Let's build it like this. This may unlock that when we make this. I can't remember. The thing is we're going to need more of that. Which means we're going to need more of these. wait, did we have all the materials for this? Yeah, we do. So we're going to need to stick this down here and try and snake that water up there. Which is going to be a pain in the butt. Is there a gap underneath that? There is. I don't know why it's so hard to make this work. Such a pain in the butt. Good. We'll leave that there. Snake this back up here. Ooh, shit, I booked that one up. There we go, now it's cooking. And now we should see them rolling in. Yep, there they are. We built it and it didn't make any more machines. So, that didn't help. What were we using that for? Oh, the ship batteries. Anyways, I'm getting close to cutting this one loose for today. We will be back tomorrow with another episode. Sorry these are so long, but I get carried away with these, and this is kind of like the way I kind of do my videos. And I could stream, which would... People seem to don't mind having long episodes when you stream them, but I don't really like to stream. I mean, I can stream, I have streamed, but I don't have enough followers to get on to really make it worth my while, and so I end up having to edit it in like a video anyway, so I just make it in a video. We'll let that build up a little bit, and then we'll snag some and we'll go inside and see if we can't make some ship batteries. Those are going to be awesome because we'll be able to move the ship over here and you'll be able to see the flight. I wish it would unlock the... Yeah, it's going to be in vehicles. So we're going to want 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Because it's only going to be, unless we keep making batteries, which I don't want to do, it's only going to be good for like one trip to get here. And then, no, we're going to actually have to make some more batteries because we're going to have to fly the ship over to, excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to pause for right now and I'll be right back in about 10 seconds. I'm going to pause the video. Just a minute. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I had a plumber show up this morning. Anyway, so yeah. We have the batteries. We'll go get the ship. We'll bring it over. But we are going to need to fly it again, so we're going to have to probably make some more batteries. I don't know how long these will last. I don't think they'll last all the way over there and back. So, but we need to go to that. We're going to need to go over there to build the, because that's the hottest place on the planet. We're going to need to go over there to build the special room with the data center, the data ports, data machines, whatever you want to call it. We need to eat. We've got to run back over where our ship is, and we'll bring it back here. And actually, I should be thinking about where I'm going to try to land it. We'll figure it out when we get back. We'll probably land it over there on the beach somewhere. But this will give you a chance to see how this ship flies. And trust me, it can be difficult. Yeah, because our ship's over there. Yeah, when I get that steamroller, I'm going to steamroll all the way around this water. And I'm going to make this a little nice, about this wide where I'm at to the water flat, so that you can drive back and forth. Anyways, when I get over there, then we'll be back. I'm going to not make you run all that way back with me. So back in just a second. Okay, we are here. We're here and we are back. There's our ship. Just so you know, I don't think I explained this. If you open your tab button, if you want to make, you can make these whatever you want them to be. I always leave this here. This is my multi-tool and my miner. But I can place whatever I want in these slots. It doesn't have to be what I have. Like if I wanted to make this belts, I could open this up here and I could go logistics and I could put my belt, say, in number, hang on, sorry, if I scroll over that and I hit 2, it'll change it to the belts. If I want say plumbing in number 3, I can go here for this and put this in number 3. I could put the pipe in number 4, and so on and so forth, just so you know. Alright, so I'm going to hit tab, and then I'm going to put the batteries in. And that's going to give us a whole 10 minutes of flight. Now, flying this ship, you hit E and you get inside. Now, flying these ships can be a little difficult if you kind of don't know what's going on. And if you look on the right side, it tells you the controls and stuff. What I'd use, the space bar is going to be up. So when I hit the space bar, it brings me up off the ground. I'm not really going anywhere yet until I hit W. W is going to start adding a little bit of thrust. But see how my nose kind of tipped down? So I'm going to use the precise control, which is my mouse. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to pull it towards me, and it brings the nose up. And then when I use W, I'm flying. Now, once I've got this heading in the direction I'm going, I'm not going to really mess with anything except for A and D, which is right to left. Because if you start hitting W and accelerating stuff, it can really send this thing to having problems. And so there's our base right here. Look how quick that was. That was pretty fast. Now I'm hitting S to come down. And it's going to want to land, but I don't want to land yet. So I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle. Pull back on my nose so I don't get the head and nose down. And I'm going to find a nice level place where I can land here somewhere. And that looks good right there. So I'm going to turn over here. And I'm going to bring it down. And I'm just tapping. And then it'll start a descent on its own. as you can see. And because we're going to be going across, I think I'm going to put it right about here. So we did pretty good. Now I'm going to hit tab so I can see how much we got left. Now see, we still have 8 minutes. So I'm going to take off again and we'll roll across and we'll look at this volcano and I'll show you where we have to go. So I'm going to give it some throttle. Use my mouse to bring the nose up a little bit and give it a little more throttle. Now if I look on my map, you can see that where we're headed, well, you can't see, it's not showing red here, but on the machine it tells me that this is the hottest spot, is this volcano. And the volcano's actually right, it'll be kind of yellow in the center. That's it over there. That's the volcano right there. And that's where I'm going to end up putting my, well actually I can put it here. You can put it anywhere on this rock and you get credit for it. Now if I turn back this way and roll around this way, is it here? Yeah, that's it right there, I think. Let's land right here real quick. Yeah, remember I was telling you the phosphorus rock is not easy to find. I can't get out here because it's too hot. You can see the little flame sparklies right there, but that right there, that stone next to us, that's a phosphorus rock. You throw a miner on it and start mining phosphorus, and I'll show you what happens if I get out. See, the temperatures are going to kill me pretty quick. Let's hit 6. Do we have a miner available? Yes, we do. Let's put a miner on that thing real quick. I'm going to get inside. Eat another one of those. Now I'm full health again. I just want to put a belt down and a cargo container. We only have 10 plates. Yep. We can put a cargo container down, but we don't have any belts for it, so it's just pointless to do that. But anyways, it is mining phosphorus now. No, it's not. It's not mining phosphorus because it has no power. But we do have a way of doing that. Let's put this down real quick. We'll put that down real quick. Yeah, we don't have enough. Anyways, we can't do anything else here. But at least the miner is mining now, so when we do get back over here, we'll be able to collect some of that phosphorus. Also, ooh, I just noticed that. Let's hit this. Let's take one more bite and fill up, and then I want to grab the... Here's something interesting. I forgot about that. There's rubies here. Let's grab a couple of these before it kills me. There's no ruby ore mines here, but there's ruby on the ground. There's a diamond right there too, but I don't really care about that right now. But we'll just grab that for the organizer, or the what you will call it. We can't stay here anymore. We need to get back. But anyway, so you kind of get the gist of the ship. It's fairly easy to fly if you do it right. I got to bring that nose back up because every time I hit speed, it's going to want to bring the nose down. So we'll come over here. We can line up for our landing. I'm going to start slowing down now. Bringing it down. So we can probably make it over there and back to put down our shelters that we need with the data centers in them. I don't like that spot. We'll park over here instead. There we go. And now we're back. But that's the flight. That's so you can see what the flight's about. And the cool thing is we were able to grab 6 ruby ore. But unlike over here where I can get away with messing around, over there I can't. Once it starts taking health, it does it in big chunks. And in about 4 chunks it'll kill you. And that's in that section of it. If you get inside the crater of the volcano, it just starts taking your health down in half chunks. So 2 hits and you're dead. Alright, so thinking about what we accomplished today, as well, if you want to call it accomplished, we got all this done on the front here. We got some water cleaned. Now this small one, as you can see, doesn't do a very big area. It does a very small area. Now we're going to unlock eventually the upgrade to this, and it's going to be water pump 2, and that thing will clear the water all the way out to about the edge where that cliff is right there, with it, where the slope is on that mountain, and from there all the way across to there and all the way down to beyond this little point right here, and it'll clear all of this. So they work really well. And so you put one in here, you put one over here, you put one down where the ship was, and this down from that, and another one down over on the other side of this little island right there, and you follow the mountain, you follow this continent all the way around, setting them down, you know, about every, I don't know, 700 or 800 yards or whatever. And then build this setup right here like this, these 3 here, and you'll have pure oxygen going on everywhere, and it'll be all clean water. And once it's all clean like this, you can build out over it. I like to build out over it because it's a really, really flat area. Even with the steamroller, I can get this fairly flat, but I can't get it perfect. So building the foundations out over the water, it's fine. I can build them on top of here, but sometimes you have complications with the ground and stuff because, like I said, this is early access. There's still some, you know, little issues going on or whatever. And also, we are going to level up and be able to build what's called a weather machine, and we'll be able to, like I was talking about in the last episode, we'll be able to land that over here, and it'll cool all this hot area off. We can put a couple, 2 or 3 over there, and it'll bring the temperatures down over there, and then we can put them in the snowy area, and it'll warm it up, and in other words, it makes it habitable. And pretty soon, the skies start turning bluer, and blah, 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 and you're terraforming. And in this game, you can start introducing new species. So you can introduce animals and bugs and all that kind of stuff. And so it's a terraforming thing, kind of like Planet Crafter is, only this one is a little more in depth in its own way. Not saying that Planet Crafter doesn't have a good building system and a factory system, but it's a little more in detail than that. This is more closer towards satisfactory than Planet Crafter is. Anyways, and this obviously is a lot bigger than Planet Crafter. So anyways, and also there are, like I said, there's a few other planets that are available. Once you've terraformed and completed everything on this planet, you can go to the next one and you get to do the same thing on the next one, but only it's all different and blah blah blah. Anyways, you know, or you could go back to the water world. The water world, I guess, I was thinking about it last night. The water world wouldn't be bad to do again. I haven't done it yet, but I'm just saying since the demo. But You know, because if you level up quick enough there, and you can fire a rocket at the moon that stops the wave, so the wave isn't coming anymore. But it's just a smaller area to complete, because it's not like this. It's, you know, it's mostly water, and there's just islands in a small area, and so everything is very you know, compact. Everything's together, you know, so it would be easy to go through it, I think. Anyways, I don't know if you can build land or whatever, and that's another thing you'll learn. The steamroller is really a cool tool, and once we get that unlocked, I'll show you all the little things that it can do. It doesn't just flatten, it does some other stuff too. So anyways, this is Crazy with Crazy Gaming. Hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.